Hey, Alison, Angelis. Mostly here thus far, I have, 40 some odd videos, and it's all about personal empowerment, self-awareness, self-worth, boundaries, communication techniques, the active non-reactive listening process, which I think is one of the greatest gifts you can ever give anybody. And then I talk about, from the self-awareness piece, understanding what you're good at, you're naturally good at, you love to do, that contributes to others, that would be your purpose, how to manifest that, make that happen. So I want to talk more about manifesting and making your purpose happen as well, which I really haven't done yet. But another piece is that I like to lecture and talk on conscious parenting. I am in the Silicon Valley, which is honestly, right now it's the innovation capital on the planet, where the most innovation happens in the field of, honestly, technology and some biotechnology as well, and probably other fields that I don't know that much about. So people from all over the world come here to start businesses based in technology, and usually it's, highly educated, highly disciplined, highly talented people, and also very, very high earning or high net worth individuals, because a lot of times if you start a high-tech startup company and it does well, it gets purchased or has an IPO, people make millions of dollars overnight. So because of that, this area is a very relatively small space, just impacted with people of high intelligence, high abilities, and a lot of money. So needless to say, there's a lot of families here. People are raising children. These people are having children and raising children, as I did as well. And I talk in depth about consciously parenting in this environment. What is conscious parenting? It's funny because every time I bring that up to people and parents, they ask me to say it again, and then they don't know what that means. I didn't know what it meant in the beginning as well, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was very unconsciously parenting from conditioning that I had received, being raised in a way that was completely unconscious parenting. Conscious parenting just means you're bringing humans into this world. You've got to know about your own wounding and deficiencies and things that you've used that are no longer working. Okay, so they're self-defense mechanisms. Okay. And parenting will bring those out to you faster than anything else. I call it a absolute masterclass in self-awareness. There's really no greater masterclass in self-awareness when you're raising these human beings that I would hope, and most people do unconditionally. Actually, it's not true. Most people don't unconditionally love. That's a practice, but they definitely love their children. So when you're raising your kids, you've got to develop them from a standpoint of all these other videos I'm talking about before. Self-awareness, about who they are, help them to develop who they are, to know who they are. Not who you want them to be, not what the culture is setting them up to be, but who they actually are. Don't fight them. Let them become who they truly are, and love them for that unconditionally. So develop your child's self-worth, teach them about boundaries, which will develop their self-worth and self-esteem, which is the most important thing that you can give them. You want your kids to be mentally and emotionally resilient, strong, have high level of self-worth, have high knowledge of their awareness of themselves, learn the skills on interacting, listening, and then eventually learning about, you know, discipline, how to push past resistance and fear, how to understand the thoughts that are coming into their head, which ones they should value, which ones they should not. And then finally learning about what their purpose is in life, and knowing where you're intersecting with your own ideas, limitations, self-defense mechanisms, and, you know, things that are not conscious or not helpful or not empowering to them. That's what conscious parenting is, kind of in a nutshell. So comment below, like or share, and I will have a whole series of videos specifically in the realm of conscious parenting, Silicon Valley insiders' point of view.